Okay, so real quick, here's a quick video on how to do the regression stuff on Desmos, which it's relatively easy. So you see here when you bring up the graphing calculator, there's a little plus button. Go ahead and click on that and then click on table. That's the part that I wasn't able to find earlier. It's the plus button, table. So then it gives you a brief table. You can enter your values. So remember we looked at this using the chart. We did 9, 10, and you see how it kind of predicts that you're counting by ones. So that's fine. We have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Come over and do your Y1 values, 41, 356, 41, 267, and 48, 33, 41, 289, and 43, 171. Okay, so, and the other thing that was giving me trouble is when I was looking at the graph, I wasn't making my graph large enough. I was looking in the 4,000s instead of the 40,000s. So you can set your window. Remember this little wrench here is the graph settings. Again, I think your x-axis, you can do, pretty much anything between 0 and maybe 15. And your y-axis, you can look at, 36,000 to 45,000. And here's your graph here. The points are plotted for you. You can make them connected instead of being individual dots. You can make them become a line by holding that down and turning on the line. Okay? And that just shows you the general graph. Down here, so that's how you get the table into Desmos. Now if you want to do the regression, this gets a little trickier, but you can come down here to 2, you just click on the add item and do an expression. And here's a little bit different, all right? Your chart uses x1 and y1. You want to relate them together. So y1, and then you want to say the tilde. So it's shift accent. It's the button right to the left of the number 1. So shift tilde, so y1 tilde, and then you have to do that model. A x1 squared plus b x1 plus c. And now you get a nice model. So here's your data and here's your model. And you can see here's your r squared value that we looked at previously, and that's what you had. Here's your A, your B, and your C, which is those same values that we had previously. Now the nice thing about this, again, is working with the graph, right? Is they want to know what's the value when x is 16. Well, this is 13, 14, let's see, 16 is right here. So we just scroll until we get to 16, and there's our value, right? Right about there, 51,355, all right? And you can zoom in on that if that makes it easier to get the 16. I don't know why it's so difficult here in the video, of course. But that's going to get you really, really close to that value. All right? So hopefully this was useful to get your table with the plus, enter in your x1 and y1, and then you write out that general equation for the quadratic model, y1 tilde, that stands for the regression, ax1 squared plus bx1 plus c, and then this will help you find your setting up your table, or I'm sorry, your graph, to give you the x values that you're looking for. All right, hopefully that was helpful for you. Let me know if you have any questions.